This one simple question will help you recognize your twin flame. And the question is, who am I? Now, why is that the question to answer, which will determine if this is your twin flame? Well, check this out, everybody. Everybody, and I mean everybody online, agrees that twin flames are the same soul. If you've been looking around at twin flame information long enough, you've noticed the following. Everybody's got a different answer when it comes to what to do about your twin flame situation. Some kind of healing technique, balancing your inner feminine and masculine, clearing your karma, clearing your chakras, working on myself, living my best life, and other kind of generic sounding advice. Not bad advice. I mean, that's all good stuff. But everybody's got a different answer about what to do. But what's interesting is everybody agrees when it comes to what twin flames are. One soul, or, it's like the soul split, or you're the same soul vibration, or something like that. Some way, somehow, my twin flame and I share the same exact soul. Now, quick side note. If everybody, and I mean everybody, is in agreement about what a twin flame is, why does everybody give you different advice? Think about it. If we're all clear, if we're all in agreement about what a twin flame is, what's the problem? Shouldn't there be one piece of advice that I should be following? Very interesting. And that's what makes today's video a lot different than most all of the other twin flame information on the internet. And I'm not trying to put anybody down or make anybody wrong. I just want to end your suffering. I want to shut down the confusion, and I want to show you somebody figured it out. There are answers for you on this very painful and confusing journey. And it's not what the internet says it is, guys. And it's very, very simple and straightforward what it is that you need to do to determine if this person is your twin flame. So I say to you again, this one simple question will show you if this is your twin flame or not. And that question is, who am I? Now remember, everybody agrees that twin flames are the same soul, and that is true. So maybe what we need to do is talk about what the soul is, Seems reasonable, seems pretty logical, pretty straightforward. Well, check this out. It's not a mystery, my friends. It's not a mystery. What the soul is has been known about for thousands of years. And what the soul is not debated. It is not debated. Now, there are people online, and again, I know everybody's just trying to help. I know everybody has the best of intentions, but there's a lot of confusing information. Again, I'm not trying to be mean, but guys, this is old news, what the soul is. We already know what that is. So it's very interesting to see kind of the messaging that you get about twin flames when you look around online, or the messaging that you get about spiritualism in general, or what the soul is. When you look around online, there are people discussing and debating what the soul is. Why? What the soul is was known about long ago. And when it comes to a discussion about what the soul is, it's not debated by legitimate spiritual masters, not just some run-of-the-mill online guru who has the best of intentions and is a wonderful person who really wants to help you. But they're just confused, guys. We need to get this straight. If you want to know who your twin flame is, what is the soul? You and your twin flame are the same soul. So when it comes to the debate about what the soul is, it's not going to be the following people: Buddha, Jesus, Krishnamurti, Hare Krishna, Paramahansa Yogananda, Ram Dass, Alan Watts, Eckhart Tolle, Rupert Spira, right? Michael Singer, right? Like the big names, the obvious spiritual masters of the ages. And they've had the same message throughout all these ages. The soul is consciousness. Real simple. And amongst the legitimate spiritual masters who everybody recognizes as the unequivocal spiritual masters, there is no debate. Just because there's people on the internet, Reddit, Quora, YouTube, just wherever, debating what the soul is and how that works, guys, that doesn't mean that it's legit. And I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm being a little bit pushy and mean and rude, but guys, we really need to get this straightened out. You're in a lot of pain, you're suffering, and you're confused. And I'm here to let you know that what the soul is not debated. Okay? We've known about this for a long, long, long time. Now that we have that all straightened out, let's get to the heart of the matter here. The soul. It's consciousness. Now, what is that really? Well, let's follow the KISS principle, right? Keep it simple, sweetheart. You are body, mind, soul. So let's talk about these three components. And by the time we're done, it's going to be a lot easier for you to see what the soul is when you can see what it is not. So the body, we're pretty clear about that, what that is. So we can skip that one. The mind, okay. The mind is thoughts, emotions, chakras, metaphysical energy, right? To telepathy, Reiki energy, right? That's the mind, thoughts, emotions. Also the personality, the ego mind, the personality, the identity entity. It's a story, the personality ego. It's a collection of retained thought and emotional patterns that you've been accumulating since you were a child, right? This is why healing does not cause self-actualization. Totally fine to do healing and energy clearings and things like this, but that's mental. That's not the soul, okay? Can a thought listen to this conversation? Can a thought experience pain? No. A thought is the object of consciousness. So let's move to the soul now. Now that we're clear what the soul is not, it's going to be a lot easier for you to see what the soul is. So try this on for size. All right, you're sitting in your chair and there's thoughts and emotions going on, right? There's thoughts and feelings going on. Have you ever said to yourself, why am I thinking this? Why am I feeling this way? You ever said that to yourself? Of course you have. Everybody has at some point. So you notice that there is thoughts and emotions going on, but did you notice that you are that which notices? What is the noticing? What is the awareness of thought and emotion? Again, thought is the object of consciousness, right? Think about it. No pun intended. There's awareness of thinking and emotion. What is the awareness? Right. The soul, which is your twin flame. Interesting. And again, guys, this is so well known. This teaching of ancient Zen spiritualism, right? The true spiritual journey, non-duality, consciousness, right? Transcendentalism, whatever label you want to pick. It's not debated, guys, what spiritualism really is. It's not debated by the highly recognized spiritual masters. It's debated by the internet gurus, okay? And I'm not trying to be a jerk. These are good people, and I know they're trying to help, but they're not. They're not helping you, okay? They're just confused, guys, and it's not your problem. You do not heal your way into self-actualization. Self-actualization causes healing, but healing is psychology, and there's nothing wrong with that, but that's not even going to work without the conscious presence of self first, which is your twin flame. And this is so well known, my friends, that they put it on a flipping bumper sticker. Zen Buddhism, don't even think about it. Right. So thinking is the whole problem. And again, this is Spiritualism 101. This is not my idea. This isn't what I think, right? I've come across a couple people on the internet going, oh, that Kurt guy, man, he just thinks he's right all the time and he thinks he knows everything. No, I'm teaching you the proven, legitimate, genuine, non-duality teachings of spiritualism and transcendentalism. This is not debated, guys. Your twin flame is your spirit. They are your soul. So this is where you need to go with this if you want to find out if this person is your twin flame or not. So how am I going to do that, Kurt? Well, consciousness, non-duality, the mind is duality, right? I keep using that term. Maybe I should explain what I'm talking about, right? So the yin and yang symbol represents the duality of mind and of our universe, emotions, thoughts, good, bad, light, dark, etc., right? Science even has a word for it. They call it relativity, right? Okay, so that's the mind and our universe. The soul is not duality. Okay, so this beingness of self is where you need to end up. Now, where you are right now, you're highly, highly focused on this person. You need to shut that one down. This is how you recognize your twin flame. We need to get to the bottom of who you really are. And you need to align with that energetically. Who are you beyond the body and the mind? So the mind is thinking. The mind wants to understand the soul too. Notice that. Notice the mind wants to understand consciousness. You don't need to do that. Consciousness is an experience. It's the experiencer. Write that down. Consciousness is that which experiences thought and emotion. What is that which does the experiencing? Right, the soul. And if you align with that energetically, that's when your twin flame stops rejecting you. Really now? So if I align with my soul, which is the experiencer, it is the awareness of thinking and emotion, not the thinking and the emotion, but the awareness of it. If I align with this awareness, which experiences the outside world, even my own mind, my twin flame will come back. Yes, of course they will. Your twin flame is that energy. It is that awareness. Your twin flame is your soul. Everybody says it. So let's bring this full circle. Guys, everybody on the internet agrees about what a twin flame is. Why the confusion about what to do? How can this be, guys? I don't know. And I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm always up here talking about the helpful people who aren't helping you. I call them the helpful handymen. You know, one time I hired a handyman, and he shows up. He's a nice guy. He's not like ratty looking. He's like wearing like decent like work clothes, and he has nice tools, and he was a nice guy, right? And I was like, oh, this is a great guy. He's not like your stereotypical kind of, shady looking contractor kind of guy, right? No, he's the opposite of that. But then when I saw how he was working, I was like, oh, I got to get this guy out of here, right? Because I don't think he knew what he was doing. Maybe he used to be a computer programmer or something. I don't know. And he just decided, I'm going to be a handyman now, right? So he was a great guy, but yeah, he didn't know what he was doing, guys. And I had to send him on his way, and I was very kind. I paid him, and I said, thanks, I'm out of money, I'll let you know when I want you to come back. And I had to hire somebody else to fix it. Now, that's why I call most of these internet gurus the helpful handymen. Nicest people. Genuinely, they want to help you, but they're not. Guys, this is a remembrance. That's what this is. You are your twin flame. You are not your mind. You're not thought. You're not ego. You're not personality, right? That's not who you are. So if you want to find out if this person is your twin flame, align with your soul. And if your twin flame comes back, that's how you can tell. So again, back to the beginning of this process, you take your external focus off the person. Just stop talking to them for a while. You might even stop watching twin flame videos and replace that with watching Rupert Spira videos or Eckhart Tolle or Ram Dass. Listen to some Alan Watts. Read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Start reading that book. You want your twin flame to stop running? That's what you got to do, guys. Your twin flame is your soul. You got to do soul stuff, not mind stuff, not healing and clearing your chakras and this kind of thing, which is all good stuff. The mirror exercise, right? But it's not going to help you with your twin, guys. That's mental stuff. Somebody put the label spiritual on it because they are a helpful handyman and they are mistaken about what spiritual really is. That's what's going on. Again, I'm not trying to make anybody wrong. I'm not trying to be mean, but guys, your suffering is not going to end if you don't get right with what this really is, guys. And again, this is not debated by legitimate spiritual masters about what the soul is. And the soul is not externalized. It's not focusing out there. It's all inward. It's space curving in on itself, okay? And I'm not talking about, oh, I get it. I gotta focus on myself. Right, that's duality. There's a subject-object relationship with that statement. I gotta focus on myself. I and myself. There's a subject-object relationship. That's duality. That's the mind. No, how it really works, you guys, is you remember, there's that word again, this is a remembrance. You remember that you are the very focus itself. You become keenly aware that you are awareness. It's not externalized. You're not focusing outward. Again, stop focusing on this person and be consciousness. Don't focus on yourself. That's healing. That's psychology. No. This is just being. You are the focus. I am consciousness. It's not I'm focusing on me. It's non-duality, right? That's spiritualism. That's your soul, okay? So if you take your focus off the physical person, mentally, emotionally, and metaphysically, your twin flame, or at least who you think your twin flame is, right? And then remember yourself as consciousness, they'll come back. And when they do, that's the one simple step to verify that this person is another incarnation of your soul, your twin flame, right? And there's another thing that people get confused about, like what twin flames are, right? So, and again, guys, we already know what reincarnation is. This is old news, guys. We don't need to reinvent the wheel with some weird new agey teachings, okay? I'm not trying to be mean, but these are the helpful handymen on the internet who are just confusing you because they're confused, okay? We already know about reincarnation. This is your higher self in heaven or the afterlife, which is really, it's the before life, right? Is really what it is. Okay. This is a past life, we're just going to say in the year 1770. Here's another one in the year 1880. This is you and your other self, twin flame, your other self. That's what I have my twin flame coaching students call it, right? Because they're you. The real you, not the thinker. If you're trying to understand what I mean, well, how are they me? I don't get it, right? That's not you. You're not your mind. That's the name of the first chapter of Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now, by the way. You are not your mind, right? The thinker, the understander is trying to understand. And what I'm telling you is you experience at a deeper level that you and them are one. There's not two of you. There's not we at that deeper spiritual level. It's just me. That's all it is. The soul, the true self, right? So this is a future reincarnation right here of you, right? That's all this is, guys. We already know this stuff. This is why my coaching is so effective. I'm the world's #1 twin flame coach, 7,000 students. Now, I've got people on my YouTube channel that are married to their twin flame guys. So I'm going to give you some more resources before I let you go. So I gave you the book, The Power of Now. You got to take your focus off your twin flame. Okay? Read that book. Also, watch this movie tonight. It's called Samadhi. S-A-M-A-D-H-I. S-A-M-A-D-H-I. Samadhi. There's 3 parts. Just watch part 1. Make sure you watch part 1 first. Don't skip around, or else the rest of it won't make sense to you. Watch part 1. It's on YouTube. It's free. You can start tonight. It's only an hour long. And then there's also my True Twin Flame Teachings playlist. Just go to the playlists menu up above and look for the True Twin Flame Teachings on this YouTube channel. Get started tonight, my friends. Shut down the suffering once and for all and confirm that this is your twin flame. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.